This enchanted lullaby.
There is no truth until you decide what truth is, and each person should find that truth out for his or herself.
This enchanted lullaby. This enchanted lullaby.
You know what? Global family, look in the mirror. I want you to take a good look. You are the champion, the hero of your story. No matter how much praise you may give some of us who may help you on this journey, it is you who has to walk it. We are only a catalyst to help you see.
Tony, again, I give you accolades for, I don't even know what to say, for all the efforts, man, that you put in my behalf.
There is no truth until you decide what truth is.
It is you who has to walk it. We are only a catalyst to help you see.
Person should find that truth out for his or herself.
To help you see.
For his or herself.
All right, greetings everyone. I hope that you're doing well within your space and time on this Saturday evening. So we're spending it together yet again for this herbs, health, and wellness class. I'm not going to take a lot of your time. We're going to go over just many different herbs and other information that you may find informative and interesting. Let me pull it up here. So you all should see the screen here. All right, so you should see the Zoom. On Zoom, you should see the slide there. So it's going to be overall pretty simple. This is going to be put on a different platform, so don't worry about retaining everything, okay, because it will be put up. This is also going to be added to for those who are part of the different herbology courses that we offer. Actually, I'm going to show that real quick for those who have no idea some of the things that we do. So you should see right now the Meta Center website. Most of you all are familiar with this. So we do have a herbology course. This is level 1. So this would be more so a add-on to level 1, the information there. There's many homework assignments. There are not only many videos that you can watch, also some audios you can listen to from the various classes. So many of you, especially after today's session, if you have further interest in learning more, you do want to join the herbology course. You can learn at your own pace. Again, this is level 1. It is a certificate that you can obtain if you pass the test afterward. And right now, we're actually on tomorrow is actually our first day for level 2. So this is level 2 here, as you see on the screen. Okay. And so the first day of class for level 2 is tomorrow. And so it is available on the website if you, again, enjoy the information that you're going to hear. I'm going to get into some of these other tabs that I have open as we go through today. So let me go back to the presentation. All right. So let's just get straight into it. Okay. All right. So let me get into this disclaimer here. Okay. So I am not a doctor. The advice I'm passing on and the information shared is based on my 25 years of experience from not only helping myself, but family and friends. It's actually just a typo, not but also by natural exploration through initiation into a long lineage of healers. The information shared is for entertainment purposes only. And if you need immediate medical attention, please contact your nearest licensed medical doctor, as they can only cure and prescribe. I have all of you all muted right now, but toward the end of today's class, I will allow you all to unmute yourselves and you can ask questions and everything else. What I do suggest, though, for those who are actually in the Zoom, if a question or comment does come up, type it in the chat room anyway. And then when we get to the Q&A session, I will just start reading those off. Okay. All right. One moment here. Okay. So what will you learn today? We're going to be talking about herbs and the specific benefits of each, some well known and a few obscure, types of extraction methods, ways to use, an aspect of what is violating the temple, which is the body, by allowing outside influence, and some other little tidbits here and there. And then it's also a Q&A. Now, just so you know, too, you didn't know, and I did not mention this on any platform, but there is also a raffle today. The raffle is for only one winner, and this person will win a Lavender Dreams of a Blue Lotus salve, and also they will win the Dream Book, which is the Traveler's Dream Journal. They will win the 45-night version. Yeah, so that we'll be getting into that later on in this presentation. So let's get on with it here. So herbs are all around us and come in many colors, shapes, and sizes. Even if a herb looks similar to another, this does not mean they will offer the same benefits. There are many parts of the plant which may have different uses and or different medicinal benefits. For example, the roots, stems, bark. Yes, trees are even in this category. Fruit, the flowers, leaves. As a herbalist, a healer, one needs to know which in a herb is where the healing essence lies. In some cases, it may be in the roots and nowhere else. Other times, it is in the fruit or leaves. Herbs are all around us. They are here to help us stay in balance, as long as we adhere to basic principles of living. Herbs in our environment. You would be surprised how many herbs grow around us. Many of the herbs that can help with common ailments, whether it be digestive issues, a seasonal ill, or insomnia, could be right outside your door. In the modern world, we tend to treat these natural healers as weeds and spray them with toxic chemicals which seep into our water supply or cause us respiratory harm. Some of the most common herbal urban dwellers are the following: stinging nettle. Most know of this herb because of its sting. If you rub against it, you'll feel like little needles are touching you. Nettle is a helpful herb that's rich in vitamin A, vitamin K, iron, potassium, and calcium. The leaves should be cooked before eating. This disarms the sting. Nettle greens are often compared to spinach, but have a bit stronger taste and firmer texture. However, substituting spinach for nettle will produce good results in most recipes. The greens can also be dried and stored in an airtight container, then used for tea year-round. Many men have stated that it has been used historically. Many men have stated and it has been used historically to help with prostate and erectile dysfunction imbalances. So some men out there who are listening, if you have any erectile related issue, If you, for example, drink some nettle tea, which you could find all over the place, as far as at your local health food store, it's a very popular herb. As long as it's okay. So let me get into this. Many herbs are not as strong as they used to be. Just like, for example, many of us notice, and we've had this conversation not only in our herbal classes, but we also had this conversation on many podcasts about fruits and vegetables not even smelling like fruits and vegetables anymore. Well, the same thing is also happening to the herbs where they're not as strong at all. That's why in the herbal class, for those again who've been through it, you already know about it, but for those who are interested in it, I give you homework that gets you out of your comfort zone and makes you go out there and actually find certain herbs. And you'll be surprised. And you literally just doing that, you've done more than 90% of herbalists that are literally on YouTube or Instagram or whatever trying to advertise themselves as a herbalist. Literally. How can you call yourself a herbalist if you never foraged for herbs? Right. And so many of you know what dandelion looks like, especially. Many of you even may know what nettle looks like, right? Without having to look in glossaries and everything else in pictures in books. So, and you literally just going out to say to your local forest preserve or even a forest and foraging for dandelion and actually grabbing a whole bunch of it, the leaves and even the flower, because the flower is edible as well. And you taking it home and you rinsing it off and you consuming it. Literally, you've done more than 90% of herbalists that are advertising on all these different platforms. So if you like that, join the herbal class. So let's continue on here. Garlic mustard. A highly invasive plant, so aka a weed, garlic mustard can be found in many environments and should be pulled out by the root to prevent it from spreading, if that is what you choose. Most of this plant is tasty. Most of it can be eaten rather than thrown away. The best part of garlic mustard is the young flowering stems. They should be picked while tender. If they don't snap off easily with your fingers, they are too tough. Okay? You would chop them up and eat raw in salads, sandwiches, or tacos, or steam and eat like asparagus. The leaves are also edible, to be used blended into heavy bases such as hummus or pesto to kind of mask some of the bitterness and so on and so forth from the leaves. Garlic mustard roots are spicy and horseradish-like. The seeds are spicy as well, and with some patience can be made into mustard. Dandelion. We just talked about this, of course. Many of you have seen this all over the place, especially in this modern times. When you were younger, your parents probably were, always trying to pick them up, or when I say pick them up, I mean to dispose of them, or spraying chemicals on them because they're weeds, right? Not knowing that this is an extremely helpful tonic that has been sitting right there that can help them with digestive issues and so on and so forth. Most people are familiar with this plant, but many don't appreciate its helpful benefits. Dandelion greens are loaded with vitamins and minerals, including vitamin A, C, and K, calcium, iron, manganese, and potassium. They should be harvested when young and tender in the spring and can be eaten raw in a salad or steamed or sauteed as a pot herb. Some people object to the bitterness, but the bitter qualities actually stimulate digestion and are good for you. Okay. In the herbal world, we call them bitters. Okay. So if you have digestive issues, you'll want to eat bitter herbs. Dandelion flowers are also edible. So who really knew that, right? Those who tend to pick dandelions, they discard the flowers, but they're also edible and make a pretty addition to salads. They can also be made into tea, jelly, or wine. The yellow petals can be pulled apart from the green bracts and added to muffins, biscuits, pancakes, and other bready foods. The roots of the dandelion often grow large and long, as anyone who has tried pulling them knows. They can be chopped and added to stir fry or steamed or boiled on their own. They also make a rich, earthy tea after roasting and grinding, a coffee substitute. How many people drink dandelion coffee now, right? So let's continue on. The maple tree. All species of maple, including the ash leaf maple or box elder, can be tapped for sap. But sugar maple is the best of the species, as it is the highest sugar content. And this is many times where the maple syrup comes from. Sugaring season typically starts in March, but the exact timing depends on the weather. Sap starts flowing when temperatures go above freezing during the day, but below freezing at night. Sunny days in the 40s and cold nights in the 20s seem to produce the best sap flow, which is what one could consider the blood of the tree, right? Through this varies from tree to tree. Sap can be drank as is, okay? It can also replace water in any recipe where you won't mind a bit of sweetness. Now, of course, when many people think of sap, they're thinking what they, get from, maple syrup, right? More of a thicker sap. Not knowing that the sap, when it comes directly off the tree, tends to flow almost like water. It's not as thick. So, maple sap looks like water, but has a slightly sweet and woody taste. If you have time, energy, and equipment, you can boil the sap down into syrup, but it typically takes 40 gallons of sap to make 1 gallon of syrup. So this is a timely process. And it makes sense now, and many of you now know why organic, high quality maple syrup actually costs a pretty penny. It's not a cheap substance. Minerals it may contain are calcium, iron, magnesium, phosphorus, sodium, potassium, and zinc. Juneberry. Juneberries are very popular in landscaping and easy to find in the cities. They grow as shrubs or small trees. Juneberries are easiest to spot in early spring when their 5-petal bright white flowers stand out in the landscape. In early summer is the best time to pick the fruits. They will be a deep red or dark purple when fully ripe. The berries are tasty right off the tree or can be added to smoothies, waffles, muffins, and many other recipes. They can generally replace blueberries in the recipe, though Juneberries are usually a bit sweeter and less juicy. Other very popular herbs. Elderberries. Many of you have heard of this, not only me on your own, but we have mentioned this on many podcasts and especially in the herbal class. Elderberries are packed with key nutrients like vitamin C, zinc, iron, beta carotene, folic acid, and vitamin B12. Elderberry has been used for a variety of purposes for centuries, with most originating in Europe. In fact, it is thought that the first use was to help heal wounds and as an antiseptic due to its antibacterial properties. Other benefits of elderberries: it boosts kidney and urinary health, protects against heart and cardiovascular disease, lowers risk of cancer, helps lower blood glucose, and reduces inflammation. Red raspberry leaf. Let's see here. Okay, so red raspberry is known for its delicious fruit, but the plant's leaves are also brimming with nutrients and are used to make a healthy tea. Red raspberry leaves have a number of excellent health benefits, especially when it comes to female health issues, pregnancy, and childbirth. Nicknamed the women's herb. Okay, I recommend this herb all the time. Red raspberry leaves contain various tannins, flavonoids, polypeptides, pectin, volatile oils, malic acid, and ellagic acid. They are also a good source of various vitamins, including many of the B vitamins, vitamin C, as well as minerals like potassium, zinc, magnesium, phosphorus, and iron. They also can help heart health, menstrual symptoms, which is PMS, great source of iron, inflammation, and arthritis. It is believed that a number of herbs can relieve the difficulties with pregnancy and childbirth. The use of red raspberry leaves for women in labor dates back centuries. Okay. One Norwegian study published in 2011 revealed that herbal remedies were still extremely popular for pregnant women. Of the 600 women involved, 63% had used red raspberry tea during their pregnancy. Okay, again, this is a highly recommended tea. It's also another one we're going to get into as well, as far as, highly recommended herb. It's also another herb that is on the website now. And so as we go through here, some of these are on the website, some of these are not. I will let you know what we offer. And so, so for example, the dandelion, we actually sell the dandelion roots on the website. Okay, so you get actually the dried root. It is available on the website. Okay, so I will let you know which ones as we go through. Sarsaparilla root, just like this, is also on the website. Okay, it's been on the website. Most of these that I'm naming that are on the website have been on the website now for about 4.5 years. A very popular root, a very popular herb, that Dr. Sebi has mentioned and that we have been selling on the website in raw form, as well as an ingredient in many of our formulas. This herb has been used for and may help with natural testosterone and progesterone, hair loss problems, hot flashes, impotence, sexual problems, regulation of hormones in men and women, congestive heart failure, PMS, urinary problems, high blood pressure, rheumatism, arthritis, discomfort, nervous system disorder, inflammation, skin problems, and infertility. It's an excellent plant source of chromium, cobalt, iron, selenium, and zinc. Very high in the trace minerals and contains vitamins A, B, C, and D. Burdock root. Burdock root has many benefits. In Japan, it is largely consumed vegetable, typically eaten fresh or cooked, and the young leaves can also be cooked like any other vegetable. In traditional Chinese medicine, burdock fruit has been used for thousands of years. It is typically associated with the lung and stomach meridians. It is known to cool internal heat and is commonly used for supporting skin health. In European folk medicine, an infusion of the seeds was often employed as a diuretic, enhancing health by supporting the processes of digestion and elimination. It was also commonly used as a scalp treatment to help prevent hair loss and get rid of dandruff. Some of the other benefits that may help include blood purification, lymphatic system strengthener, natural diuretic, meaning it helps you urinate, or makes you urinate, skin healer, defends against diabetes, cancer fighter, helps soothe arthritis, helps treat an enlarged spleen, fights I'm going to try to pronounce that right now. Tonsillitis, that may be right or wrong, but it's the issues with what hangs in your back of your throat. So let's continue on here. Bilberry leaf, great for eye health. Bilberry has been reported to help resolve vision problems, night vision in particular. This belief largely stems from accounts of World War II British pilots who claimed to be able to see better at night as a result of consuming bilberry jam. Helps with eye fatigue, retinal disorders, and gingivitis, which is gum inflammation. Now, bilberry leaf is one of the many ingredients in the sea sun rays formula. Let me actually pull that up so you can see here. Sea sun rays has been, once it was developed and put on the website, has been an extremely popular product where people buy, like, out of many of the different herbal teas we offer, when they tend to buy this like 3, 4 at a time, every single time. Okay. I'm going to share my screen just so you can see it here. All right. So you can see it there. That's sea sun rays. So it has many, many different herbs in it. One of also the herbs it has in it is actual real dried bilberries. Okay. So not just the bilberry leaf, but it also has the actual bilberries themselves. So when you actually scoop your tea off the package, you actually see the little bilberries in it that you could, and you could eat them if you want to directly, but it's in the tea for you to infuse or cook with, however you want to do. Okay, so this is extremely popular. And so as you see, it's out of stock right now, as you see. Okay, so let's continue on here. Let's go back. Okay, so let's continue on. All right. Chamomile flowers. Considered to be one of the most ancient and versatile medicinal herbs known to mankind, dried chamomile flowers have numerous widespread health implications thanks to their high levels of disease-fighting antioxidants like terpenoids and flavonoids. Chamomile's vital antioxidants are found in the plant's potent oils and are the main contributors to its natural healing properties. Some of its benefits include anxiety and depression. Well, it helps with anxiety and depression, seasonal allergies, inflammatory conditions, muscle spasms, PMS symptoms and other menstrual disorders, insomnia, skin disorders, ulcers, wounds, gastrointestinal disorders, arthritis symptoms, and hemorrhoids. Mullein leaf. Mullein's gentle nature makes it one of the very best herbs for use with children's health problems. It is considered the herb of choice for respiratory problems and pulmonary diseases. The health benefits include it has a history of use that focuses on respiratory ailments. It has traditionally been used to treat coughs, colds, that's supposed to be whooping cough, bronchitis, allergies, and asthma. This helps to loosen mucus and expel it out of the body, calms spasms, and helps reduce swelling of glandular systems. So, for example, when you drink mullein leaf tea, which you can find, again, this is another very popular one, you can find at many health food stores. When you drink it, if there's any mucus in your body, especially for those who like to drink dairy, have dairy products, or even actually just like to drink the processed milk that we find at the stores, you'll find that you just all of a sudden want to keep spitting and stuff like that, right? You are excreting mucus. Has a great anti-inflammatory properties and make it a good treatment for skin conditions such as ulcers, hemorrhoids, eczema, acne, and others. It helps to soothe inflamed tissues. Contains aromatic compounds that increase the flow of urine. Flowers and seeds contain an essential oil that is used to treat earaches. It's high in iron, magnesium, potassium, and sulfur. Blue Vervain, a herb that is known to help with insomnia issues, helps one to get sleep quicker, quiets the mind at bedtime. As a diuretic, again, it's going to make you urinate. It stimulates the release of urine, helping to eliminate toxins and protecting the liver and kidneys. Helps to treat urinary tract bladder infections. Soothes the nervous system, reducing stress, anxiety, and depression. Anti-parasitic, so it helps the body expel worms. Eases menstruation discomfort. Stimulates milk production for nursing mothers. But here's a warning. Okay, so I've recommended this to a few people over the years, and even have personally used this myself. Okay, but we have observed and studied firsthand that those who use this herb on a long-term basis tend to start displaying erratic behaviors that seem very similar to one who has schizophrenia, even induce paranoia in larger doses over time. Not at first, but over time. I would not consume if pregnant, generally looked at as safe, but because of the previous mentioned long-term issues, better safe than sorry to not use while pregnant. Okay. So it's something, remember, you don't want, if one has insomnia issues, for example, you want to get to the core reason why you have insomnia issues, not to use herbs as a crutch where you have to use them every day, all day, to be able to do whatever it is you're trying to do. And without it, it just doesn't work. Okay. In some cases, there are many herbs that you can use on a regular basis like that. For example, he shou. I'm going to show this on the website because that's not in the presentation. So just give me a moment here. Let me share the website here. All right. So we're back on the website. Let's type in the search box. I'm going to type in he. It should come up. Actually, I think 3 letters have to be put at least. Let's see here. Yeah. So it says he shou. Okay, yeah, it has to be at least 3. So so you see there, he shou. He shou is also known as foti. Now, he shou is a herb that in general can be taken.
This enchanted lullaby.
There is no truth until you decide what truth is, and each person should find that truth out for his or herself.
This enchanted lullaby. This enchanted lullaby.
Know what? Global family, look in the mirror. I want you to take a good look. You are the champion, the hero of your story. No matter how much praise you may give some of us who may help you on this journey, it is you who has to walk it. We are only a catalyst to help you see.
Tony, again, I give you accolades for, I don't even know what to say, for all the efforts, man, that you put in my behalf.
There is no truth until you decide what truth is.
It is you who has to walk it. We are only a catalyst to help you see.
Person should find that truth out for his or herself.
To help you see.
For his or herself.